Om. Sutra 30, the 30th Sutra, deals with the Yama and its Upangas. Yama is the Anga and the Upangas of the Yama. Ahimsa Satyasteya Brahmacharya Parigraha Yamaha. Ahimsa Satyasteya Brahmacharya Parigraha Yamaha. The 5 Upangas are given. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha and Yamaha. Ahimsa is ahimsa. Himsa is injuring. Ahimsa is non-injuring, non-violence. Satya is truthfulness. Asteya, steya is stealing. Asteya is non-stealing. Brahmacharya, Brahma plus Charya, Brahmacharya. Generally it is understood as continence, but we should understand more deeper. Brahmacharya is the movement towards Brahman. Aparigraha. Aparigraha. Pari means all. Graha is taking, receiving. Parigraha is receiving all. Aparigraha means not receiving all. Means not receiving at all. Yamaha. Yamaha is the plural. They are called as the Yamaha. All these 5 are called as the Yamaha. Each one is very important, as many of us are conversant in detail and a lot of descriptions, interpretations are available. We shall just see at a glance what each one means. First, what Yama means. Yama comes from the word, the root Yam means control, restraining. That is how the word Yam, from that Yama comes. And all these 5 Upangas are to be practiced. And as we have seen earlier, that there is no order, there is no sequential order which is to be practiced. Means it doesn't mean that Satya should be practiced only after the Ahimsa. In fact, as we have seen, they are all interdependent, interrelated and interconnected. If we take up one practice very intensely, all other things will just have their own shades and come together. That is how the entire Yama practice goes. And generally it is understood that Yama is a social behavior and Niyama is a personal behavior. That is, Yama is the rules and regulations of our transactions and communications and our lifestyle and behavior in the society as a social person, or just to understand as a social animal. As we will be in the society, what are all the various rules and regulations for a smooth existence? That is defined by the Yama. And the Niyama is a personal behavior. But it is a very partial truth. It is not that Yama has only a social behavior and Niyama is a personal behavior. There can be various interpretations and dimensions of the practices, but it is all a partial truth. So what is Ahimsa is the Ahimsa denotes an attitude, and it's a mode of behavior to all living creatures. And that behavior and attitude is based on recognition of unity of life. It is respecting life. As I have a life, as we have life, there are living creatures. As we have a right to live. All other living creatures have their own right to live. They also struggle to survive. Ahimsa is respecting that, recognizing that. So based on that recognition of the unity of life, the oneness of life, and that is really the practice of ahimsa. Lot of discussions people propose, but if this principle is understood, quite a lot of things will be cleared in our understandings. And that in the yoga philosophy is based on the doctrine of that one life, that one Purusha, one Ishvara in all the living. Of course, even in the non-living, but ahimsa is pertaining to it. So our external behavior should be in conformity to all embracing law of life. That is ahimsa. It really denotes it. But various discussions go on, interpretations go on. The famous saying is there, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. But for the protection of dharma, if ahimsa is performed, it is not considered as ahimsa because it is the protection of the dharma. A soldier who kills in performing his duty, it is not himsa. A fisherman whose duty is fishing, it's not himsa. And apart from his duty, if he kills, if he breaches the law, then it will be himsa. A soldier in a war front is okay, but the same thing he cannot do it outside the war front. Same law applies. Of course, lot of shades and variations are there for the ahimsa. Similarly, satya. Satya is a strict avoidance of all exaggerations, equivocations, elaborations, pretending, falsehood, and similar faults which are involved in saying or doing things which are not in strict accordance with what we know as true. Facts without additional any exaggerations. That is satya. The famous saying is there, satyam vada, priyam vada. Satyam vada, priyam vada, it is said. Speak truth, but it should not hurt. So various shades and dimensions also are there for satya. But let us remember, satya is truthfulness. There is no need to speak lies, propagate falsehood without checking the facts, without verifying the facts, just passing on, elaborating, exaggerating. That is not satya. If we cannot verify the facts, if we cannot know the truth, it's better not to exaggerate and spread. That is the satya. We shall see more when we come to that particular sutra later on. Asteya. Asteya is not just abstaining from stealing, but it is abstaining from even from the misappropriation of all kinds. Of course, steya is stealing, but asteya is not just non-stealing. It is more than that. Even abstaining from the misappropriation. What for it is not meant. It is not used for that. It is called asteya. Brahmacharya, generally understood as restriction, restraining, or away from the sexual life. Though it is true, but Brahmacharya has more wider and a deeper meaning. Brahmaiva charanti it is. It is moving towards Brahman, or a life of dedication, a life of commitment, a life of discipline, a one-pointed life. That is Brahmacharya it is. And normally people understand Brahmacharya is not marrying. It's a very simple, normal way of understanding. But Brahmacharya should be understood in a more wider, deeper, from the yogic dimension of the Yoga Sutras. Maharishi Patanjali's important visualization that Brahmacharya is the life is moved towards. All of our efforts are moving towards that Brahman, Purushaha. Aparigraha. Parigraha we know. Aparigraha it is. Not collecting, not accepting, not receiving. Because when we receive something, mentally, psychologically, somewhere deep inside, there will be a lurking commitment, a lurking partiality towards a person from him or from whom we received a gift. And that will be a danger. So aparigraha is not only that, still higher. One should know what is the difference between needs, wants, luxuries. And it may be pointed out, however, that it is really not the quantity of things by which we are surrounded, but our attitude towards them is which is very important, and that matters a lot. There may be only a few things in our possession, but yet the instinctive possessiveness may be very, very strong. That is parigraha. On the other hand, we may be rolling in wealth and yet be free from any sense of possession. We have examples in our own Puranas. There may be people living within our own surroundings and environments. So Yamaniyama, Asana Pranayama Pratyahara, which are the Ashtangas, and in this Yama, Ahimsa Satyasteya Brahmacharya Aparigraha are the Upangas of the Yama. We shall see more details when each sutra connected to a particular Upanga is taken up in our later sutras. In understanding of the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, when Maharishi Patanjali describes the benefits and the results of the practice of each of this Upanga. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.